Hi. So today I am shooting a massive 4 foot by 9 foot painting for David Carmack Lewis. I don't really have a ton of time to work on a fancy YouTube video. Not that any of my videos are fancy, but I thought there might be some information here that could be useful. So I'm just gonna kind of start the camera and make some comments as I go through this process. It's slightly glossy, so that's gonna make it a little bit more difficult. The approach I'm basically gonna take is I am taking the modifiers off, or the diffusers off my flashes. You can see one of them over here because I use these AD20s that are not super bright. I think this will be fine. I took it off because I want it as bright as possible. I also moved it way back because I want the light to spread as far as possible. So I started with this one on this side, and I used my light meter and snapped some tests across this edge of the painting just to get my height for my strobe. And now I'm gonna mess with balancing it back and forth across the painting and try to kind of light this side evenly. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna try to light this side with it evenly, and if that works, great. And then I'm gonna try to match that with the opposite strobe, and we'll see what happens. This has been a challenge. So I got the light pretty even with my light meter, and I put my gels on my flashes. It's the linear polarizer. I've actually found that for stuff that's this big, I've been a little more confident once I get the light close, doing a sample of shots with this from my color checker, my color passport, and checking the brightness against the gray. After I get my exposure set, I can really try to dial it in so it's 50% gray all over the painting. Got that really close, like within 1%, which is, I'm generally happy with that. The issue I was having was a couple hot spots of reflections. I didn't really want to spend a lot of time readjusting the lights everywhere. So what I did was threw a circular polarizer on my camera. Now, since I posted a video about a test where I was testing just a circular polarizer without the gels, I didn't have any luck. I didn't notice a difference. I don't know enough about the technical side of circular polarizers and how it does what it does. I know the general idea, but somebody commented on my video saying that if you use a circular polarizer in conjunction with these, that it's awesome. So I thought, shoot, let's just throw it on there. I have one. My concern with the circular polarizer is always, as I turn it, it seems to have different darknesses of areas over the scene. But it worked really well. I took like 4 or 5 shots turning it, and it made a huge difference. I'll show you a few of these shots in the video. I got it really good. I don't think I'm gonna need to shoot this section at a time and piece it together. I'm really happy with this. Now that I have a shot that I think I can work with, I am gonna spread the lights a little bit more and take a couple more quick, easy shots to try to kill the reflections, because generally your reflections go away the wider you can put your lights. The issue with that is if it's a really textured piece, then your light is gonna catch the ridges more and create kind of white lines all over the place, which we don't want. But this is a pretty smooth piece, so I'm not really worried about that. So I'm gonna try that, then we'll jump on the computer and see how this went. Well, that was fun. Here's my image. I'm super happy with it. So that was a good learning experience for me, because I had a couple hot spots from the flash. Well, not hot spots, but reflections. And I didn't want to readjust everything, so I threw on a circular polarizer. Looked really good. When I got the files onto my computer and wasn't just looking at the back of my camera, it was clear that it still wasn't amazing. It definitely helped. So I did spread my flashes a little bit more, took a couple other shots, and went into Photoshop. I exposed and balanced all the images separately, really close to each other, so they were just about perfect. And then I threw it into Photoshop as separate different layers, and I used masks to blend in the two little spots on the side. Now, this isn't a Photoshop video, so I'm hoping my explanation is enough that you can understand how to do that on your own. But that is how I got the result, and I'm really happy with it. Customer just came in. David was happy with it as well. So I'm stoked that went so well, and I'm stoked to know about using the circular polarizer in the future if I have problems. I very rarely have reflection issues, but now I know that I have that tool in my toolbox, so if I'm struggling, I can take it out and see if it makes a difference. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you as always for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and we will see you next time.